evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jonesboro High School. It's one day left in January. It's January 30th, 2018. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. Getting ready for some action while the visitors of Forest Park, the Panthers, come into the house to take on Jonesboro Cardinal basketball. The Forest Park Panthers are a collective 2-18, where the Cardinals are sitting at 15-7. Should not be much of a matchup tonight, but we want you to stick in for a wonderful Tuesday game. I'm expecting this score to be very interesting, to say the least. I was hoping that Forest Park was on an upswing after last year's push in the region tournament. However, that seems not to be the case as the season of 2-18 is at hand. Earlier today, the Forest Park Lady Panthers defeated the Jonesboro Lady Cardinals decisively. The Forest Park Lady Panthers are excellent this year. They're running a very hard trial for second and third place in our region. So, what do we have in store for this week? Well, we have some exciting ball games. Ladies and gentlemen, for those people that like to sit back and enjoy basketball, you get 3 straight days of Jonesboro basketball. Yes, we have a game tonight. Forest Park, we are on the road tomorrow against Lovejoy, and back at home to end out senior night, February 1st, against Mundy's Mill High School. We'll have all 3 games aired live. I thought earlier in the weekend, I thought it was on Friday. I was happily surprised. That means my Friday is somewhat open at this point, so that's a good thing. So, people up in Ohio, hey, hope everybody's doing well. Stay warm. This nice little cold front has come in. Now, a couple things about Coach Melman. Coach Melman, over the next 2 nights, will be looking to record his 300th win. If he wins today and wins tomorrow, he will achieve his 300th victory against Lovejoy High School at Lovejoy, going into the last game of the region, or last game of the regular season, being that on Thursday versus Mundy's Mill. So it should be pretty exciting. Down to the final minutes, they're going to be doing the national anthem. We'll hand it over to the PA and let the announcer introduce Forest Park and Jonesboro. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports. Glad to have you with us on a Tuesday evening. We'll be right back. and gentlemen, welcome back. Getting ready for a tournament getting ready for a nice little tip-off between Forest Park and Jonesboro. Tournament play will start next week. I got ahead of myself. That won't be the last nor the first. As you saw the introductions, we are missing one player that normally starts for us, number 32, Jamari Mosley. Mosley will be suspended for 2 games based on the interaction that occurred during the Tucker game. So with no further ado, let's get things started. Looking for a great game offensively and defensively for the Cardinals. As they introduce, we got Miles, number 5, starting. We got number 10, Brandon Walker, number 2, Jamari Smith. And then we got 2 newbies, number 22 and number 12, giving a shot to start for the first time. That means Ellerby's not starting tonight. He's going to take a little rest himself and not play tonight against Forest Park. So sit back and enjoy. Hopefully I won't be stumbling too much over my words. Forest Park controls the tip, and away we go for some little basketball action. I have moved closer to the floor, waiting for the refs to tell me to get back. Good offensive boards for Forest Park early in the game. Number 12, East, and number 22, Forte, have joined the lineup here for Jonesboro. It looks like number 5's in the game. Ellerby did sneak in. I just did not see him on the back end. Don't know how we can miss it with the wonderful, colorful hair. 3-pointer for Walker. Nice way to start off the game. I'll tell my statistician to keep the records. That's his first 3-point attempt, and it's good. Forest Park, once again, is a record of 2-18. And it's always nice to see a team play Jonesboro because it feels like they bring that level of intensity up across the board based on Jonesboro's heritage over the past 4 years. Good dish. And the basket's good. I like that. Nice little offensive play down in the lane for Jonesboro. Forest Park's in the black. They are the away team, known as the guest on the scoreboard bottom left. The home team is Jonesboro in the white. Number 12, East, for Jonesboro is a freshman, where number 22, Forte, is a sophomore. They did exactly what they were trying to do, was get the ball inside to number 14 and got the basket and take a 1-point lead here early in the game. Deep 3 for Walker. Off the rim, good rebound from Jamari. Unsuccessful to get it in by Mr. Smith. Forest Park with the rebound. Hands it over. Looks like a nice little dunk opportunity. Good slam. Everybody gets back on the offensive or defensive side of the ball, which is good. Jamari was the only one tailing the play, hoping the turnover would occur, and he got his wish. Good interception from East. Ellerby's pushing it up the court. Dishes it out. Felt like that possibly could have been a walk, but he didn't call it. Basket 22. Forte, good. Everything's looking good and crisp. We're shooting, they're shooting. Good form of offense on both sides of the ball. Once again, we're on the road tomorrow at Lovejoy. He went for a possible goaltending and pulled it back. Forte dishes back to Ellerby. Walker's 1 for 2 on three-point lane. Feel like when Smith gets the ball, he loves to be triple teamed. Off the mark right there, trying to touch the back of the backboard and kiss the rim a little bit, unsuccessful. Turnover at Forest Park. Jonesboro with the basketball. We turn it right back over. Once again, we have basketball 3 straight nights here for Jonesboro, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. With Thursday adding up to be senior night here against Mundy's Mill. Both Wednesday and Thursday, this would have been senior night based on the weather. Deep three, good for Forest Park. But the last 2 games got pushed because of the nice little snow and ice we've had over the past 2 months. Gets fouled on the tip in. Oh, they changed jerseys. Got my text came in. Appreciate that, Coach Nate. 22 is Miles Black. He changed up jerseys on me. And number 12 is Jermaine Smith. And I'll yell at Coach Jones for not getting things up to date on the old Max Prep. East with the rebound, or Lucas with the rebound. Got Lucas in the game, we got Smith in the game. Definitely the heads up on Coach Nate. He's not at the ball game tonight. He was talking to me with my voices inside my head. Just glad I was able to have that. If I'd have known that, I'd just broadcast him in, let him talk a little bit about these players. Roughly 2 minutes and some change remaining here in the first quarter. Miles is usually number 3. He's not wearing 3 tonight. He's wearing 22. I'll remind those of the individuals when he come into the game. We get like we have Dakota, number 4 in the game. Number 23, Crumbly, contest the 3 and was able to push a rebound out for Jonesboro. Walker with the jump up. Oh, he decides to pass it off to Crumbly, and he gets the shot. About 90 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. It's been really a no-foul first quarter for the referees. I'm always appreciative when the refs kind of hold in and swallow that whistle a little bit. Let the players play. Lucas with the rebound. Passes it over to Jamari. Oh, nice fade. Nice little rebound fade, and they're going to call a timeout. See if we had enough. Try to go to the rebound. Nah. A little instance about the replays. They only go about 5 seconds back in time, so if I don't hit that replay button quick enough, it doesn't necessarily matter. Got James Washington on the camera tonight. So if you have any complaints, I ask that you tweet me. It's at ScoreSports58. I'm not near him, nor am I on the camera. I've decided to take some time off away from the camera, sit back and try to work on my play-by-play action. Out of bounds. Sorry if anybody gets seasick, if he switches the camera too bad. The old smoothing motion sometimes doesn't understand, hey, everybody's watching that. No need to jerk their minds out. All right, minute remaining here in the first quarter. Forest Park has definitely come to play with an 18-11 deficit. Coach felt like from Forest Park to call a little timeout here. Make sure that they didn't get that score extended even further. Dakota looking for a shot, passes it in to Jamari. Back inside. There are three people on Smith down low. They're trying to get it down to him. It's almost like dropping a rock inside of a barrel from a far distance. You ever played that paper toss on the computer? That's what it feels like trying to get that ball to Smith. Turnover on Jonesboro. Forest Park with the basketball. Last 10 seconds of the game, or the first quarter right now. Good steal. He was hustling. I always appreciate a good hustle like that. That was Lucas, number 0 for Jonesboro. Unbeknownst to a turnover, this should be the final seconds. Deep, no good. And it's 18-11, Jonesboro up by 7. I'm Bo McMichael, this is Score Sports, bringing you some live basketball here. Here's a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Stevens and McCrae Mechanical, Natural Enclosures, the Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard, Southside Realtors, Pounds Property Management, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Advanced Chiropractic of Conyers. Thank you for doing everything you can for Jonesboro basketball.
Thank you again. Thank you again to all our sponsors. Appreciate doing everything you can for Jonesboro basketball. Start of the second quarter here. It's 18-11. Forest Park is carrying a 2-18 record, but they're definitely playing like their record is much better than that, which is always nice to see. They're getting themselves ready for tournament play as well. That'll start next week at Mundy's Mill High School. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports, bringing you live Jonesboro basketball here at Jonesboro High School. They tried to get in there. I think he was throwing it to the tuba player as Coach Melman turns the other way with his hands in his pants, making him go disco dance. Forest Park takes it right back up the court, down by 7, trying to find a way to cut into this lead early in the second quarter. He walked, he traveled and got caught. That is a cheer that we cannot bring back enough right there. Between that one and be aggressive, be aggressive. Nice to have some viewers tuning in to us tonight on a Tuesday evening. Slap on the wrist, that's Forest Park's second foul, second team foul of the night. Still, Jonesboro has not yet committed a foul. Way to go, team. Underneath, always enjoy the inbound pass underneath. The potential is there to score automatically. Lucas taking it all the way down himself, down the money lane, give him 2. Somebody opened up the gates and he said, hey, I didn't know you were home, give me 2. Jonesboro's got a big number 23. He is thick as thick can be. Pushes it in for 2 as well. Lead still sits at 7. 6 and some change remaining here in the second quarter. Going to go back to my old stomping grounds tomorrow night when Lovejoy and Jonesboro play at Lovejoy High School. High possibility I'll go solo on that and film it myself. We'll see how much I got in me. Great hustle out of bounds. I tell you, Mr. Lucas is all over the courts tonight. He is trying to recreate those posters that you saw as a kid with Larry Bird hustling out of bounds. We didn't get back, and we commit our first foul of the evening. First free throw's no good. Lucas takes a breather, comes out of the game. We got Ellerby, we got Dakota, we got Smith. We got the other Smith. 2 Smiths in the game, one Jamari, one Jermaine. Good snag out of the air from Jamari. Once again, Mr. Mosley won't be playing for the next 2 games. He'll join us here on Friday, or on Thursday against Mundy's Mill. He has been suspended for 2 games based on the altercation he had during the Tucker game this past Saturday. Rebound, Jamari pushes it up strong. Count them 2. Increases our lead to roughly 9 points. Getting a little press here, not able to. Good dish, charge. Let's see if we see that. Good effort, nice charge. Going the other way. I tell you one thing, if I was to ever describe Jonesboro's defense, I would use the word charge. They must practice that. Great tip in on himself. He was able to get his own rebound and tip it back in. A double threat, they say. But another steal. Deep pass. Is he gonna hand it over? No. Goes with the foul? No. Gonna call a quick, what do we got here? A little warning for probably touching the basketball. Telling him to get your hands off the basketball after you lob it in. (26-13). Almost at the halfway point of the second quarter. We will probably show the senior night between the 2 games, if that's normally how they do that. I will go ahead and go live so we can have the seniors acknowledged. Forest Park is fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. Air ball, get you. That is so Bo McMichaelish. I would airball every ball thrown to me or the ability to shoot. One time somebody blocked me and they were flat-footed. Rebound Forest Park. They definitely have the effort there, which is really positive. And to look at it, at the very beginning, I didn't think this would be much of a game, but I'm very impressed with their deficit of only 13 here in the second quarter. I've watched other teams this year, such as Mount Zion and Lovejoy, play them and really take it to them. Ellerby looking for his move, dishes it off. Jam with some peanut butter and jelly. That was nice across the boards. Quick foul. I'm beginning to like my cameraman's movements. Hopefully he'll sit into some comfortability and give us some nice video footage. Might earn his spot into, hey, come film. Hey, come film for me. Not going to call it foul there. Rebound, Jamari. They are going to call it on Forest Park. He was all over his hands left and right. Thank you again for viewing in with us tonight on Tuesday, January 30th, 2018. The month is already past us. The first month of the year. As I was talking, this will be Coach Melman's 299th victory tonight if he's able to hold on with his team. And looking for his 300th victory tomorrow, if I read the papers correctly. Clayton News Daily did a nice write-up on all the Clayton County basketball teams. Spot, he tried for it. That was good effort. You can see when he was coming in, Dakota or Ellerby did a great job trying to do a good old-fashioned putback. He just needed his arms to be another 5 feet. Make sure that ball got straight in. Coming to the end of the second quarter here. Next week we'll be at Mundy's Mill, enjoying some region play. Might even bring a producer in, maybe another MC commentator to help me out. We'll see how far I advance I'd like to get. The matchup's going to be Stevenson versus Jonesboro. I'm willing to call that as long as Jonesboro plays their type of basketball when they have to face Stevenson or when they have to face Tucker and Drew and Mundy's Mill. Those are going to be the major components. Mount Zion still might have their opportunity to cause a little ripple. But what we've seen over the past is they have not had any issues with Mount Zion. Now, Mundy's Mill gave them some issues. You tell he was trying to go up. Got fouled going up. Back to live action here, 29-13. Mr. Walker, Brandon that is, good with the first free throw. Let's try the second one. I was harsh on Mr. Walker a couple games ago. He was having a hard shooting. He has definitely come around, and I'd like to see what he's done so far. They're going to saw the ground floor. Felt like it could have been a walk. We're already at 16 fouls for Forest Park. So they'll be in the bonus here with the remaining 2 minutes. Good steal from Miles. Out to Brandon. Oh, they are onslaughting. That was pretty. That was good teamwork. Makes the dream work right there, ladies and gentlemen. That makes a man smile from ear to ear. Let's go again. Possibly off the backboard. No, Ellerby takes it himself. 34-13, timeout. Hear a word from your sponsor. I'm Bowman Michael. This is Score Sports. We'll be right back.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Stevens and McCray Mechanical, Natural Enclosures, the Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard, Southside Realtors, Pounds Property Management, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Advanced Chiropractic of Conyers. Thank you for doing everything you can for Jonesboro basketball.
Well, we've definitely seen a change in momentum. Roughly about 8 unanswered points by Jonesboro, 34-13. They are running and gunning here tonight against the Forest Park Panthers. I like their energy level. I like what this team is heading themselves into region play and eventually into state play, hoping for big things in the state playoffs. Nobody's expecting too much, which is always nice. They're going to call a foul on Jonesboro. He was jumping. Should have been bobbing when he was weaving on that situation. That is the 4th team foul for Jonesboro late in the second quarter. We will go away a little bit here at halftime. I'll keep a clock moving so we can see how much time's remaining. Jonesboro with the rebound. Out of bounds on Forest Park. I did my effort right there to push that ball back. You were all welcome for me. I will put myself in the stat books. A person that is enjoying riding the bench. Padded seats are always wonderful. Great effort from Walker. Going to call the foul. Go to the line to shoot 2. Good dish from Lucas. Shooting and 1 at this point. 36-13. Smith takes a breather. Thank you again for all turning in. Oh, Walker with his own rebound. Great effort. Great job, Brandon. Ellerby with the steal. Early votes in for Mr. Walker for player of the game. That's a fictitious goal. One of these days I will have a shirt that'll be handed out when I become more organized and less running by the seat of my pants to nominate a player of the game and hand them a shirt and interview them after the game. That'd be wonderful. Goals, goals, and more goals for Score Sports. Out of bounds, going the other way. Jonesboro basketball. Minute 15 remaining here in the second quarter. With my wonderful viewers out there, realize that we will go away for halftime, come back with roughly about 3 or 4 minutes left to kind of recap the first half. We'll be on air tomorrow night, roughly about the same time. Same bat channel versus Lovejoy Wildcats. 2-pointer by Dakota. Foot was on the line. Minute remaining. Good steal. Looks like Lucas wanted to run in the stands to play the tuba, possibly the sax. I don't think the sax is out there, just very large instruments that make a lot of noise. Deep pass across court. They're going to call kickball. It's mostly an outdoor sport, but for some reason they called it indoor tonight. Crumbly. Seemed like a harsh foul. He was just overly excited. Number 23 for Jonesboro. A sophomore. Deep 3. He must have paid the bank and the rim because it rattled around 4 or 5 times, finally went in right there for him. Last 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, or in the second quarter, getting ready for halftime. Lucas drives in the lane, passes back out to Walker, deep 3. Money, change in quarters. That's the end of the first half. Jonesboro 44, Forest Park 16. We'll take a minute and several seconds, and we'll be right back. Thanks again.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Stevens and McCrae Mechanical, Natural Enclosures, the Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard, Southside Realtors, Pounds Property Management, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Advanced Chiropractic of Conyers. Thank you for doing everything you can for Jonesboro basketball.
third quarter. 30 seconds and counting before we get ready for some tip-off. Some nice halftime interaction with the band. I always enjoy the little drum display that they have, and it was wonderful to have them come out here tonight and perform for us. I was able to sit back and enjoy it and didn't have to have necessarily music blaring, listen to some nice beats. So that was always great. Hopefully you were able to sit back and enjoy it, watching it from home. Thanks again for tuning in here to Score Sports, YouTube Live. Jonesboro basketball playing host to the Forest Park Panthers. Tomorrow night will be at Lovejoy High School. Tip-off roughly around 7:30. And then we'll be back here on Thursday for senior night versus the Mundy's Mill Tigers. All right, looks like we got Miles, number 22, in the game. We've got Brandon Walker, number 10, in the game. We got Jermaine Smith, number 12, and number 2, Jamari Smith. Looks like Ellerby's still going to join. Ellerby was stretching a great deal here early in the start of the game, but hopefully his back can hold up. Looks like his legs might be bothering him too. So away we go with some action. Up 44-16. Started the third quarter here at Jonesboro High School. And don't let anything confuse you. Miles Black, usually number 3 for Jonesboro. Tonight he's wearing number 22. And Jermaine Smith, number 12. I probably have been calling him the wrong person for at least 2 games now. Early foul. Smith goes to the line. Jamari makes the first. I do not like within about 20 seconds of the third quarter we get fouled. That's never a good sign of the possibility of a long third and fourth quarter. The lead increases to 30 here in the third. Good block shot. Yep, they're eating their whistles tonight. They're not biting down on them by no means. At least that was a non-shooting foul. Quick steal, loses the handle, goes back the other way for Forest Park. Spot up 3, off the mark, out of bounds. Should be Jonesboro basketball. They're going to say Forest Park. Not a big crowd tonight. Hopefully as Thursday we'll have a very large crowd here. Another basket for Forest Park. We try to get a charge there, unable to. Miles takes it up, passes it over to Jamari. Walker's trying to get any movement inside. Dishes down inside from Smith. Resets it back to Ellerby. Ricochets off of Smith. They're going to call foul there. They're going to say all ball. Out of bounds, quick deflection. Ellerby with a quick jumper. Unsuccessful. Trying to do a quick, good steal by Miles. Back out. Shot from Ellerby. Now it's money. He was able to, at least first don't succeed, try again, and he got it on the second go round. 48-18, lead still stays at 30. This is probably our first game that we haven't had a lot of interaction, which is nice, meaning some extracurricular activity, whether before or after the game or during the game. Going to call it a walk, traveling. He did not check in with his travel agent, and he was called on a turnover for Forest Park. Coach Melman is talking to the referee, asking some questions, trying to figure some things out. The referee is just nodding with a negative. Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Rebound from Forest Park. Jermaine went in there for the steal, unable to get it. Felt like he walked there. either that he hopped. Speaking of hop, I'm looking forward to the new Peter Rabbit coming out. They're bringing everybody in right now. 48 to 20, 5-minute mark about to incur, and he's bringing in 3 new Cardinals. Jamari with the putback, timeout, Jonesboro.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Stevens and McCray Mechanical, Natural Enclosures, the Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard, Southside Realtors, Pounds Property Management, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Advanced Chiropractic of Conyers. Thank you for doing everything you can for Jonesboro basketball.
Coming back out of the timeout, we got Alex Glass, we got Lucas, we got Crumbly, we got a new guy at number 15, and we got Dakota. 30-point lead for Jonesboro over Forest Park. Good dish out, good save on the steal. Spot up 3 from Dakota. I'll look on my stat list to see if I can find out who number 15 is, since Coach Nate has disappeared in the world of helping me out with names. Rogers, we'll call him the Jolly Rogers. Mr. Rogers is Jay Rogers. So we have a lot of good opportunities for some young guys to get some play here early in the third quarter, especially with a 3-game-in-a-row situation. It's nice to know that they get that opportunity to play, give everybody a chance to relax and breathe a little bit, heading into our game against against Lovejoy tomorrow, and then back to Monday's Mill. Put back for Forest Park is good, cuts the lead to 28 halfway through the third quarter here. At least the refs held off on the fouls. It's only 1 foul each for Forest Park and Jonesboro. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports bringing you live Jonesboro basketball here at Jonesboro High School. You get one more chance to be a part of this gym until they decide to tear it down this year, and it'll no longer look like that. So if you're an alumni and you want to see this old gym one last time, this would be your opportunity to come on Thursday. Either that or tune in and watch a little bit of action. Good ball movement from Jonesboro. Liking what these young guys are bringing. Definitely energy. And the fight that Forest Park is still upholding is nice to know. I'm appreciative of their efforts. Quick timeout for Forest Park. It's 54 to 22 with 3 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's going to be very interesting here next week at Monday's Mill High School, where the region tournament will start off. Looks like the 1 and 2 seeds will be decided between Jonesboro and Stevenson. Based on record and overall, looks like the 1 seed might go to might go to Stevenson, Jonesboro being the 2nd seed. Necessarily really doesn't matter. I think it only matters based on colored jerseys, if anything. They'll end up having to play the 3rd seed, which at this point looks like anything from Drew to Tucker in the semifinals. Our quarterfinals means a great deal because that's going to decide whether we can get ourselves into the state tournament or not. So I'm a true believer. You got to win that first game to get into the dance. I've seen some strange things happen in this world for people not being ready for that. Rebound, Jonesboro. Right now it looks like it could be either Forest Park or Martin Luther King. It's Jonesboro's first matchup on Tuesday at Mundy's Mill. We will bring the whole region tournament live to you when it comes to basketball for Jonesboro. Won't bring anything else to you unless they say, hey, would you mind streaming the game live? And then I'll be like, sure, not a problem. I always love to help. That'll cost da-da-da, da-da-da. LOL, JK. Alex Glass with the ball. We got definitely some young folks out there. This team has taken the whole year to form this type of nucleus between Team 1 and Team 2 for Jonesboro. I can remember 4 years ago that this was common nature for Coach Melman to have a Team 1 and Team 2. Looks like Rogers didn't have enough energy to push it through and touch the back of the glass. He got it stuck between the rim and the glass right there. Thanks again for joining us here tonight. We're at 2-minute mark here in the third quarter, up by 32. Everybody's trying to get a piece of that ball. Unfortunately, unsuccessful for Forest Park. Jonesboro gets the rebound. And what's nice is the energy for these players on the Jonesboro side of the ball is huge because, I mean, they're playing for their own playing time right now, trying to run the offense and perform on the defensive side at the same level that the starters do. Good rebound for Jonesboro. Back the other way with Alex. And Alex loves to push it. He likes to move it, move it. A floating layup that hit the side of the glass, didn't even touch rim on that. Last minute here in the standing block shot, Crumley both shots. He got excited about that, finally got a foul called on him. Great effort for Jonesboro from the young pups. Getting more people to tune in at 56-24 with a minute remaining here in the third quarter. Hopefully I'll get a schedule before Thursday of the region tournament and be able to come to you and tell you how it's all going to play out and look like. And that will be, next week will be our last telecast of Jonesboro basketball. We're not allowed to telecast any of the state playoffs based on the experience of War of 1812. Number 11 for Jonesboro's in the game. I have to spot up and find out who that is, because I have not seen him in the game this year. Holland, he's a sophomore. But all these jersey numbers and players could be incorrect, so don't hate the player. Hate the person that hasn't updated. Good effort, good ball movement. Not a good finish through for Jonesboro. Misses it again. Good effort across the board to get the rebound. Deep three. I like number 11. That's a good, he's even smiling himself on that one. Final seconds left here of the third quarter. Forest Park gets the last shot in. Into the third quarter, your score, Jonesboro 59. Forest Park 28. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports. Last word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
We would like to thank our sponsors, Stevens and McCray Mechanical, Natural Enclosures, the Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard, Southside Realtors, Pounds Property Management, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Advanced Chiropractic of Conyers. Thank you for doing everything you can for Jonesboro basketball.
Thank you again, sponsors for Jonesboro, for doing all you can for Jonesboro basketball. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports, bringing you the 2018 Jonesboro basketball season coming to an end here over the next 2 weeks. Come on out and support your Cardinals. Thursday night, senior night here. 6 minutes on the clock. That's based on the mercy rule. Anything that's over a certain amount of points, they go ahead and click in and say, hey, it's going to be 6 minutes. I haven't seen many 6 minutes this year for Jonesboro. That used to be the claim to fame for the Cardinals of the past. This year, Jonesboro's finally trying to find a way to click. I like what they're doing right now as a team. Looks like the starters are going to be done for the night. Jamari Smith's over there with his knees crossed. Good around the river bend. He stumbled, got fouled, hammered. Well, once he got the dish in, he just needed to go up and got the fumbled. And then the tomahawk chop came down from the Forest Park Panthers defense. Crumbley will go to the line to shoot two. .65, a sophomore here for Jonesboro. Early in the fourth quarter. We'll be live tomorrow night over at Lovejoy. Come out and support your Cardinals on the away games. If not, tune in to us. Haven't decided if I'm bringing anybody. If not, I'll do the old run and gun by myself. Jump shot. No good. Passing inside, trying to find any type of opening. Jonesboro is doing a great job on the defensive boards, not allowing an easy basket with these young guys on the court. It's nice to see that. Crumbley, spot up two. Can't tell by the horror. It's 63-28 here. Thanks again for joining us here tonight. I feel like we'll build to a nice crescendo as the week goes on. Good rebound by Glass, and up the court we go. Dakota with the miss, rebound. They're going to call it on Forest Park. Gave, looks like Rogers a nice little bump. The nice thing is neither team is in the penalty or in the bonus. Only a total of 6 fouls this half. Inside to Crumbley. I think Coach Melman wanted him to get some effort pushing inside. Dish off. Not a strong rebound. Forest Park takes over the ball. Playing a little sloppy right now. Well, you can tell that we're a little young, a little tired. 3 and some change remaining here in the fourth quarter. I do appreciate him clearing, meaning Coach Melman clearing the bench here, giving the young guys an opportunity, especially with 3 games in a row. This game came in a good time to give these young guys a chance. That ball did not want to go inside that rim, popped out from Forest Park. Holland with the dribbling. Oh, break his ankles a little bit. Don't call a foul. The boys on the side are really enjoying it, meaning the starters. I'm pretty sure they'll hit the rebound replay button on that one. They're getting the giggles a little bit. He's fast. You put him and Glass out there. Gonna give him a technical for Forest Park. He wouldn't stop talking. Looks like that might have been the case here. I'm just guesstimating at this point. Holland hadn't had too many opportunities to go to the line to shoot. He's got a three-pointer tonight. He's a young kid, young sophomore. What's his height? That's probably not Holland. They're saying he's 6'2". I don't think that's the case. So Coach Nate, if you're still a watch, and I'd love a little heads up on who number 11 is for Jonesboro. Hopefully I'll get that information here before tomorrow night's game. I'll ask Coach Melman, give me an update on the roster. It's Marcos East. So those rosters are all messed up. So Coach Nate, you're listening to me right now. Send me an updated roster when you can, and I'll make sure it's up to date in the old Max Prep. No good on the jumper on the outside. A rebound out to East. See, I thought East was 12. I get so confused. They switched jerseys on me tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just happy to be here. Two and some change. Deep three off the mark. Forest Park gets their own rebound. They're going to call ball out, Forest Park's basketball. I will say number 23 is a tall drink of water. Just got to get some meat on his bones. He's going to be a great player for Jonesboro in the future. I do appreciate a good dribbling technique. I have no dribbling capabilities. Going to call a foul, but they held off. Turnover, Jonesboro. He walked again. 2 minutes. The refs are just looking to get out of here at this point, I can see. Nothing's too flagrant. They're just going to let them play out. Roughly about 90 seconds remaining. It's 65-29 here in the fourth quarter. We'll increase our overall record to 16-7 and 13-1 in league play. Only loss coming to against Stevenson on a Saturday night at Stevenson. Our other 6 losses were non-conference losses. On a good note, the internet will begin to slow down here very shortly. Hopefully we can get the rest of this game in before it shuts down on me. So the answer is I can get about 4 games in before it ends. It's good to know. It's always nice to test that measurement tool. (65-30), roughly about 97 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score Sports, bringing you Jonesboro basketball Coach Melvin records his 299th victory for Jonesboro. Looking for number 300 tomorrow night against Lovejoy. I have to go back and check my record books to make sure I am correct in all that understanding. This game's going down to a slow draw where we didn't have any fouls. Now the Forest Park Panthers have acquired the bonus for Jonesboro. Jonesboro goes to the line to shoot 2. Makes the first. Shooting the second here shortly. Makes the second. The intensity that Forest Park brings, I'm very appreciative. They just got off the mark and could not hold serve with Jonesboro as the second quarter began. Looks like Alex got hit in the back of the head a little bit. He's all right. Get him up. Get him moving around. Alex go to the line to shoot 2. Nice rattling of the rim there for Glass. The whole third, remaining half of the third and all of the fourth quarter have been played by the second team. The first unit has got an opportunity. Crumley stepped across the line. Be a negate on the basket. Pushing up the court we go. Basket. Who's got the basket? Last final remaining minute here in the fourth quarter. Glass with the rebound. Thought I was about to save the ball again in slow motion. Glad to see that not happening. Thank you again for joining us here tonight. Three-pointer off the mark. Rebound East. Passes over to Dakota. Away we go. Last 30 minutes. I tell you, Forest Park's not letting up. They're going to get a foul with 30 seconds remaining. 68-31. 37-point lead. I got 10% data remaining. This thing's going to buffer any moment. So hang on to your bobby socks. If it does, I'm going to go ahead and cut us off. We'll be back live in action. Everything will be fine from the computer perspective and the internet on Wednesday evening around 7:30. Glad you could join us here tonight. Felt like our numbers were good sitting here watching us a game. Thank you again for joining us. Everybody up in Ohio, stay safe. 70-31. 39-point lead, now 37-point lead. Remaining 20 seconds. That's not foul. I don't understand what their purpose is at this point. They're just playing, and I understand that. Oh, goodness gracious. Good ball movement, good dribbling skills. Over and back, 2.1 seconds. That's going to be ball game. Deep shot at the end of the buzzer. Oh, and he made it. Nice. Great job. We'll watch that on the replay. That's always nice to have a nice little highlight. Tosses it up, everything he's got. Great job. That ends the game. It's 72-36. Jonesboro increases. Glad to have everybody with us. We'll be back live in action tomorrow where Jonesboro goes on the road to take on Lovejoy. I'm Bo McMichael. This is Score Sports. Be safe.